Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Steve. So, this is a highly requested video. A lot of people indirectly and directly requesting this video, asking me, Steve, where are the in real life basketball videos? Where is my NBA journey? That's like pretty much everyone's favorite series on this channel, even though there are only like 4 episodes. Now, the reason why I haven't been doing my NBA journey is because I don't think, I know it motivates you guys, but I don't think I want to play in the NBA. I mean, first of all, it's not even about the chances because you guys know the type of person I am. I grind. I don't give a damn if the chance is 0.01%. I grind like a mother, you know what? Right? That's why I uploaded 2 videos a day for almost a year straight. That's ridiculous. And I only have like close to 4,000 subscribers. Come on. You know? So I don't care about the chances of me making the D League and then working my way up from there because I didn't take basketball serious in high school. I didn't take it serious in junior high school. I just played for fun. You know? When I was younger, I really wanted to do it. Like when I was like 12, 11, 13, like around there, I was like, yeah, 14, yeah, I want to do it. But then I was like, nah. Because the type of person I am, I want to have a lot of money, but a different city every night, you know, yeah, that sound cool for like the first few months, but could you imagine your entire life? Let's say you have 20 years in the NBA, your entire life going to a different city every night. You can never spend time with your family. You can never stay in your house for extended periods of time. You're traveling on holidays. You can't even spend time with your family. You know, it'll sound cool for the first few months, but then you're gonna get tired of it. You know, and that's why a lot of these athletes are depressed and turn to, alcohol and sleeping with thoughts and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like the lifestyle. I'm the type of person that I wanna buy a house in Florida. I want a condo in New York, and I just want to settle down. You know, I just during the summer I'm gonna stay in New York, and during the winter I'm gonna stay in Florida with my family. That's what I want. That's what I want. You know, and to be honest, playing in the NBA, I was serious about it a year ago. Like I was real serious. Like I would wake up at 4 a.m. Work out. Well, first of all, I would wake up at 4 a.m. do calisthenics. I was serious about it for like 3 years. You know, preparing for the D League. First, what I was gonna do was I was gonna play for a junior college team. That's why I transferred school. The first school I went to was Morrisville State College in upstate New York, and it was a junior college for basketball, and they have a pretty solid solid basketball program. And I was like, all right. So I trained all summer after I graduated high school. Well, actually, summer of 2014, I started training real hard for this because I realized it doesn't matter if I played this last year in high school or not. It's not going to make a difference. So I trained from the summer of 2014 straight through to the summer of 2015. In tryouts, I tried out. I made it to, I believe, second or third tryouts, and then I got cut. And I was like, all right, I'll come back again. And that was one of the loneliest parts of my life. But it helped shape me into the person I am now. I had no friends. I had the only girls that I were talking to were in the city, so I could only see them like a few times a year. But I still handled business when it came down. Let me stop. So I had no friends. I would literally go to class, wake up 4 a.m., do calisthenics. Even my roommate. I didn't have a roommate then either because he lived with his girlfriend in his girlfriend's dorm because his girlfriend was an RA, so they had a single dorm, which was good for me. I had all that space to myself. I wish I had that while I was in Florida without my garbage roommate that I had last 2 semesters. Anyway, so I'd wake up at 4 a.m., do calisthenics, go get breakfast at 6:30, and then I would go straight to class. I scheduled early classes on purpose, and then once I finished my early classes, I would eat lunch, do all my work, and then they had 2 separate gyms. They had the basketball team gym where you can play at sometimes when they're not practicing, and then they have the other gym. They're both really good gyms. The only difference is everyone wanted to play where the basketball team were playing, so the other gym was always empty, but you could only go after 5 p.m. Now, this gym had no heat and no AC. So in the wintertime, it would go to like, and this is upstate New York, it would snow every day, 6 to 12 inches every day, right? So in the wintertime, to get to there, it was on the other side of campus, and this is upstate New York. This campus is huge, right? It's a small school, but the campus is huge. It's all farm. To get to that gym, I had to, boots, three different what are those things? Long johns, literally 3 layers of long johns, shorts, and then jeans, and then my 3 layers of winter snow socks, and then my Timberlands, and then 3 layers of long johns on the top, the full suit, and then a sweater, and another sweater, and a jacket, and then a hat, and then gloves, and then I would have to carry the ball and my bag and my shoes, and I would do that, and I would constantly drop it. But I was like, you know what? This is all gonna help build my character, right? So I'm going, I'm doing what I'm doing, whatever, and it was always empty. And during daylight saving time or whenever, how it gets darker earlier in the winter, they wouldn't turn the lights on in the winter because pretty much no one went there. They only turned it on in the beginning of the semester, the first semester, like in August and September. But once it started getting cold, because it got cold in October there all the way to like April, May. So once it started getting cold, no lights were on. There's no heat, no AC. They have a heater, but they don't turn it on because no one goes in there. It's an empty building. Downstairs they turn it on because there's classrooms down there, but still. So it's freezing in there, and I'm the only one in there, and it gets real dark at like 5:36. So they have these stage lights, and there's the switch for the stage lights there. So I turn the stage lights on, and it's so hard to see the rim, and I'm there shooting all by myself, and then people are coming in like, dude, what are you doing? Go to the other course. There's so many people there playing game. I'm like, no, I'm practicing it, and they're like, what are you practicing for, dude? And I'm just like, that's the difference between someone that really wants it and someone that doesn't. Like, why would I go through all of that? So that's how serious I was. So summer 2016 comes. Pretty much, I started this channel right when my last semester at Morrisville was ending. I started this channel, I think, April 2016, and the semester ended around May 2016. So I started this channel right when I was leaving that school. And I transferred to Florida, right? Big gap from snow all the day to summer beach weather all day long, right? But hurricanes. Hurricane Matthew was pretty scary. And thank you for you guys, because if it weren't for you guys, I would have had to stay at that shelter, because every single college student at that school, they forced them to stay at the shelters. They didn't want anyone in the school because my school got flooded. I stayed at a hotel because of the money that I made on YouTube. So thank you for that. But and it has nothing to do with YouTube, so I'll get to that in a second. So time goes by, and I would say around the end of the finals of June 2016, right after LeBron came back from 3-1 deficit, I realized, like, if I really want to do this, I'm gonna be in my second semester in school. Okay, by the time I'm for Flagler College. Flagler College is a Division II school. So before I even transferred, I was thinking, like, should I go D1 and try to walk on? But if I do, I'm probably gonna get no playing time, and I'll probably just be like a towel boy or something like that, stuff like that. And I'm like, I can do that, or I can try out for a Division II school, and then for my third year in college, which would be the year coming up now, but this is back before my second year, I can take that year off, because if I transfer from D2 to D1 and I play, you have to take a year off because of NCAA rules. I'm like, I can do that if I play well enough and I actually get, recruited to a D1 school. I'm like, that's a possible outcome. But then when I did more research, I'm like, the chances of that happening are very slim, and it would be a waste of time where I can be developing my skill. So I'm like, what I should be doing is just training hard and developing and working for the D League. So around July, August of 2016, I would spend hours of each day looking at D League tryouts and seeing what type of drills they did, and then I would perfect it. I would master it, and I would see I would do like I would see like the skills challenge and things like that, and how they go in and out of cones and passing and stuff like that. I would set it up to see if I can beat their time. And obviously they don't go that hard, but because they do that for fun. But I'm just trying to see where I ranked against the real ball players, because I don't consider myself a real ball player anymore. I don't take it that serious like I used to last year and the past 3 years. But so 2016 goes by, and my semester of college goes by. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I got people on YouTube supporting me. I got my supporters on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna motivate me to work harder, and I'm working hard, and then I was watching this documentary about I think it was Carmelo Anthony going to Brazil or something like that, and it dawned on me, and he had a discussion about the hardships of being an NBA player, and he was saying like sometimes it's hard not being with my family and my son, and that's why I want to stay in New York so bad, and like I'm like I understand why he wants to stay in New York, because he wants to be with his son, right? And then that made me think like, wait a minute, I had a grandfather from my mom's side that's always been in my life, but my real father was never there. And, I'm not going to sit here and be dramatic, like I was crying at night, but it was confusing, man. Like the first time I found out, because my father came out of prison in '08. He was in there my entire life, literally. He's only been out 3 months out of my entire life. So if you do 20 times 12, what is that, 240? Right? 200, something like that, 240. Out of 240 months, he's only been out of jail for 3 months. So my father came out of jail, and I was the happiest boy in the world or whatever. And he promised my sister and I he'd never go back. Push comes to shove, he's found with a freaking shotgun, and he goes back. And now he got 17 to life. And I remember when I first found out, I was, 15, 16. I was crying because that was a real tough part of my life. I was going through a lot, but that's beside the point. I'm not here to cry to you guys. The past is the past. But the whole point is that when I have a family, I want to be there. I want to have a nice big. That's why I felt empty growing up. I realized that because growing up in the inner city, dude, this shit is not easy, man. A lot of you guys, I don't know what percent of my viewers are from New York, or any major city. You relate to what I'm going to. That's through what I went through, especially if you're not financially stable when you're really young. Like my mom has no college. Like that hardship, like growing up confused, you have to grow up fast. It's either you go to school, you become the nerd, get no girls, or you go through all these social pressures and you focus about your future, or you sell drugs. Like that's what it is. That's what it was for me. Now I never sold drugs. I'm not the type of person. I stayed away from that. And I don't even go to parties because it has that stuff in it, and I'm not gonna risk myself to go to jail, right? So I'm thinking like, I want to be able to raise my son, my daughter, and all of my children and always be there. I want to be able to wake up, cook them, excuse me, my wife's going to do the cooking because I can't cook for shit. Wake up with a beautiful woman by my side. She's going to cook them breakfast. I'm going to get them dressed. I'm going to drive them to school. Like, that's what I want. And then pick them up from school. That's what I want, man. Like all the cameras, the lights, the flashing lights, your name all on the billboard. That's cool and all. But if you can't settle down and actually be with your family to enjoy it, what's the point of even having it? That's like someone saying, here, this is my dream car. My dream car is the Lamborghini Murcielago and a Nissan Skyline R34 GTR from the Fast and Furious. So that would be like someone buying me those two cars and saying, here, they're yours. You can't drive them, though. You can never drive them. You just have them now, and that's it. You can only look at them. Like, to me, I don't want that, man. I feel like it. I'm sorry for getting too personal, but I feel like an emptiness because I wasn't raised from what I saw on TV. So anyway, that's the reason why I really don't want to do it anymore, to be honest. I mean, I can do more in real life stuff. I know a lot of people really want it. Like I can do shopping videos and challenges and stuff like that. I can definitely do that if you guys want it. But Anyway, yeah. Anyway, this was a long freaking video. I did not expect to get this long, so I apologize for that. It's been your man Steve. I'm out. Peace.